I was encouraged to come onto YouTube and do a live stream. So here I am. Thank you, VRA family. I am here to add value to YouTube. So if you're watching me now on YouTube, hello, how you doing? My name is April, better known as the Crazy Sock Lady, and I just want to let you know today you cannot quit. You cannot do it. This is the beginning of 2024, and I know for a lot of people, you've got a lot of ambition, but I know that there is a small percentage of other people who are feeling defeated and who are feeling like, oh, another year, and I still don't really know what exactly I want to do. So I want to share my story with you, and I also want to share my screen with you to share how my life went from, I feel like everything is falling apart until everything was falling together. So this is live, honey. So you're going to get the throat clearings and all of that as we do this live. So when COVID struck us all, we all had to come to terms with who we were. And at the time, I was in a failing network marketing company that I loved. I loved my network marketing company. We were a travel company. We were traveling all over the world. I had gone to some amazing places, Dubai, to the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, to everywhere. I had been just about everywhere. And then the pandemic happened and everything fell apart. And so our company went under, and we had the option of joining another company that was completely different. It was skincare, and I just didn't feel like that. And so I opted to just get out of the industry altogether. And when I was sitting at home, I was in a rental. I lived in a rental with my family, my two older boys and my 3-year-old and my husband. And the rental that we own, or that we were renting, was back in the woods. So it was dark and it wasn't mine. So I felt like I was a failure there because I didn't own a house anymore, and that it was dark every time I came home. And I had what I didn't realize now was seasonal depression. So being in a dark home just did not do it for me. In that time, I am depressed. Just had a kid 3 years ago. The kid was a bonus. It was a surprise. I did not expect to have a kid when my other boys were in high school. My marriage at the time was falling apart. Literally, I was ready to go. I've had it. I am walking out of the door. Here I come pregnant. Here comes the pandemic. And that same year, I had started feeling feelings of the dread. Like, I don't know if anybody's ever felt that before, but you become afraid. You're going to work, you're doing the daily things that you do, and you have this gut feeling of, oh no, something bad is going to happen. And I tried to push it out of my head, but it was just constant, a just constant reminder of, oh, your life is not where you want it, and something bad is going to happen. I am a very faith focused person. And so it was a challenge because I'm trying to push these thoughts aside because I know that this isn't God. But I'm also like, is this God? Are you telling me that I'm going to die? Like, it was just so many mixed signals. And so when I finally got quiet and I was able to pray, I realized that those thoughts were not of God, and that I was under an attack, and the enemy knew that I had some things that God was pushing me into. And before the pandemic, before anybody knew about the pandemic, God knew the pandemic was coming. So I lost my business and I lost my income, of course. And now I'm sitting in a dark home with a husband whom I don't like, having a depression episode with a kid that is a bonus. When I tell you everything felt like it was crashing through the roof, it felt like that. And to, on top of all of that, have this feeling of, well, you know what? You're just going to die. That is exactly how I felt. I remember calling my mom. My mom is very introspective and very spiritual. And I remember avoiding her for a long time. And I called her and she said, "Hey, I had a dream about your dad." Well, the kicker is that my dad had passed away in 2010. And anytime she has dreams about my dad, it's kind of a like really sticky. So she said, "Hey, I had a dream about your dad." And I said, "Okay, what did he say?" And he said, he was coming for his baby girl. Okay, y'all. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold up. My deceased dad is now coming for me when I'm having all these issues. Mama, please. She didn't know that I was going through all of this at the same time, but that sent me over the edge. It sent me over the edge. I ended up having a panic attack in the movies. I was sitting watching Iron Man and I felt like I was having a heart attack or a stroke. I just felt like everything. And then I felt like, okay, here we go. Like the big one. This is the big one. Like on Sanford and Son. I felt like my life was coming to an end at that moment. Went to the hospital and they triaged me and said, "Do you know what a panic attack is?" And I must have lost it because as a Christian, I felt like I should have it together. I should be able to pray my way through this. I should be able to discern when the enemy is trying to attack me, and that was not the case. And so I am here as a witness that there is light on the other side. Now, after all of these things happen, God was leading me and showing me and guiding me through scriptures and through personal time with him, that he was preparing me for something else. And I want to share with you exactly what that was, because anytime that you're going through something, you have to realize that that experience is not for you. Yes, you will get the benefits of that experience, but that experience is most likely 85% of the time for somebody else to pull them through that experience, the same one that you are experiencing. So, my mental health issues, my feeling of dread and doom, feeling like my business was falling apart and falling to pieces, God used all of that for me to transition into where he wanted me to be. Now, COVID happens, everybody shut down. I am depressed, broke, disgusted, and I go to my phone. I take a video and I do a live on Facebook. I sit outside my front porch, I have on a hat, my coat, and I am just in tears. I said, "You know what? Guys, I'm going to take the next 90 days," because, in network marketing, we always do like 90-day runs. "I'm going to take the next 90 days and I'm going to go for it. I am going to be better with my health. I'm going to be better in my business. I'm going to be better spiritually," because that was the conditioning, right? You say these things, but that moment, I really felt like something was going to change. COVID still hadn't happened. That was February. Remember, COVID started in March. And so I sat there, I recorded myself, and I started to tear up. And I said, "I'm going to get out here and I got my sneakers on and I'm going to get out here and run." Now, let me just explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. I was not an athlete. I was in drama. I did shows. I sang with the Soul Children of Chicago. But on that day, I said, "I'm going to get my shoes and I'm going to go for a run." Now, let me just preface this that in times of trouble, I did try to run. Like years past, I would try to run and get all my anger out, but I never got more. I probably didn't even do a mile, guys. And that moment when I sat on the porch and I got these ugly Nikes and tied them up and I said I was going to run, I felt like I was going to run for miles. I thought I was going to run for at least 2 miles, y'all. And I started the run with all of these things percolating in my mind about a failing business, about a failing marriage, about being depressed and not having income and not knowing what was next. I started to run and I got out of breath in 60 seconds. It would have been easy for me to say, "You know what? That is it. I quit." But I felt that moment that I needed to figure this thing out. I didn't know about the finances. I didn't know about my marriage. I didn't know about anything, but I knew if I could get outside and if I could run or walk or move my body, that something was going to change. I didn't know what was going to end up, but I just knew I felt better. And so that simple habit, I started a habit. I decided I'm going to go out 3 days a week. And it started off with walking, and I walked a little bit. And I tried to not sprint. I tried to jog a little bit, and I would get winded. And then I started getting in communities on Facebook and asking questions and meeting people who had lost pounds for running. And then I joined the Couch to 5K, and I had on my headphones, and I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I didn't have any goals of becoming a runner or doing anything like that. I just wanted to free my mind. I just wanted to have peace in my soul. And what that turned into, it turned into, if you can see behind me, like a full freaking marathon. Do you see this? It's over here. This M53168 was my number in 2022 for the Chicago Marathon. That is 26.2 miles from a girl who could not even run 60 seconds. So I want you to know that you cannot quit, because on the other side of the pain, the frustration, the overwhelmed, there is progress, not perfection. Because, baby, I'm a slow runner, okay? But I have run 5 half marathons, 1 full marathon, a host of 5Ks, 10Ks, 20Ks, and I am a different person. Now, let me show you one of the beautiful things that came out of this dark, dark place. So this proves it is not simply for me. So I'm in my basement right now, which is my office, and I have socks in my office. God decided that he wanted me to bring compression socks to the marketplace. And so, like most people who hear God and they go, okay, and you don't know how to start, you're like, what the heck are you talking about? I have no idea. Like, I'm just trying to survive. And he said, I want you to bring this product to the marketplace. Now, this is not a product that you get rich off of, right? Socks is a commodity. Most people think it's a commodity, and it's not a big ticket item. But I listened and I said, okay, God, whatever it is that you want me to do, I'm going to do it, because I know that there's a reason behind this. And so on the night, December 30th, 2000, after the pandemic, 2021, God had been speaking to me. I decided, because I didn't know how the heck I was going to get this done. I didn't know manufacturers. I didn't know nothing about products business. But I said, I'm going to get some cotton socks. I'm going to tie dye these socks in my laundry room. And I'm going to show God, this is a sign that I am being obedient, that I'm listening to what you are telling me to do. And December 30th, I tie-dyed some socks, and I say, okay, God, this is my obedience gesture to you, showing that I am willing to go wherever you want me to go. And from there, y'all, he opened up the doors for me to meet the business coaches, for me to get funding, for me to open up a website, e-commerce store. Let me show you some of the things that came out of that dark moment. One of the things that he decided he needed me to do, these are called She is Strong, and we call these our affirmation socks. These are compression socks. Compression socks help you with blood flow, with circulation. They help you with tired leg syndrome. They're not just for your grandmother, okay? I know your grandmother probably had some black ones, some tan ones, some white ones. These are not it. These have a message behind them. And She is Strong comes from Proverbs 31 and 25, the virtuous woman. She is strong. And whenever I would put these socks on, I am reminded of the strength that God has placed in me. Now, me by myself, I am not strong, right? But with him, I can do all things. And so when I wear these socks, when I go out on a 5K or a 10K or a full marathon, I can feel affirmed. I can feel confident that, baby, there's nothing too hard for God, that I am strong. Now, these right here are my absolute favorite. Let me fix this, because this is my favorite cup too. These are my absolute favorite. Why? Because they're yellow. And yellow means joy, hope, happiness. And they simply say, choose joy. Choose joy. Psalms 118:24 says, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I have a choice. I can choose to be glad and I can choose to be happy, even when I don't feel like it. And so, oh, I forgot to show you the toe on the other one. The toe has something else on them. This one says, I am happy. I am happy. And sometimes we have to affirm ourselves even when we don't feel like it. We have to affirm ourselves. Absolutely. I choose to choose joy today. This one on the toe says, I am blessed. I am blessed. Now, we got some for the blue, for the guys, or for the girls who love blue. I love these. These are called faith walkers. Let me tell you, the scripture comes from 2 Corinthians 5:7. Y'all know it. We walk by faith and not by sight. Now, faith walker, you can be out here walking, you can be running. Listen, because it's not literal. It's not, I'm a walker or I'm a runner. Baby, I wear these and I run in these and I walk in these, but I choose to stand on this scripture that I am going to walk by not what I see, but what I know, what scripture tells me about God and what he tells me about myself. And on the toe, it says, walking by faith. Walking by faith. Y'all, every time you see a little heart on these socks, you know that someone else has been where you've been and they know exactly the feelings that you were feeling, because it was me. I'm the person that God said, bring these socks to the marketplace because somebody needs to know that they're seen. Somebody needs to know that they're heard. Somebody needs to know that somebody else is going through something similar and that they're not alone. This is the reason why I went through everything that I went through, so that I could bring these socks. So when you are working long hours on your feet, when you're working as a nurse practitioner in the hospital up and down the floors, when you are working, or when you're running, when you're exercising, when you're in the gym, and you feel intimidated because everybody else looks good, they got summer bodies, but you're still struggling with a little fupa, you can put these on and you can feel confident and walk into the gym like, listen, this may not be the body that I have today, but on the inside of me, I know this is the body that God is going to help me create. Let me show you, before we hop off of here, the website, so that if you have any other questions, you can always come back to this video and find where you can find our socks. So listen, Be Light Compression came out of a place that nobody should ever go into. This is our website, www.belightcompression.com. And right now, we actually have a clearance sale going on. We are getting rid of all of the things that need to be gone so that we can welcome all of the things that God has for us this year in 2024. I've got about 5 new designs, maybe even 6, that are coming on the website in the next couple weeks. I'm super stoked because some of them are some of your favorite incorporated sororities and fraternity colors. The customers are like, you should get some colors for sororities and fraternities. And I said, I got you. So you can go here and let me just show you guys some of the things that we have on the site. If you go down here right now, we are showing all of our clearance socks, honey. We've got so many orders coming in. People are seeing the 40% off and they're buying up their stuff. So get on there before they're all gone. Now, I love stickers, y'all. If you can clearly see, I love stickers, right? For my water bottle. And these right here, if you want to celebrate, some milestone events, running 13.1 miles. If you've done a full marathon, we got stickers for you. They're only $3. I love running. Clearly, running makes me happy sticker. I love naps. I love naps. If you're a runner, you already understand what we mean by that. And then because I am here in the beautiful state of Georgia, I had to offer this just peachy sticker. These are all waterproof, but go down, get into it. These are our compression socks. They are bright, they're audacious, they're for you to feel like you are out there being seen. Okay. Some of the socks on here, you will not see them any longer because we're getting rid of all of the seasonal items, like the Halloween socks are going bye-bye. So if you like Halloween, you can get these for literally over 40% off, okay? And this is our favorite Choose Joy that I just showed you. We've got some reviews here. Somebody said, I expected great compression socks, but received so much more. The handwritten note postcard suites were such a great touch. The products look and feel great. Thank you for making this customer feel valued. That's what I said. It's all about feeling valued. This one says, I love my Choose Joy compression socks. Not only are they comfortable, they are stylish and they are my favorite color. Yes, to the yellow. They really help with tired and heavy legs. This is from my fellow runner, okay, and model. Let's go here. These are one of our popular ones as well. The heart and soul, baby. Heart and soul. Get into it. The reviews for this one says, I love this one, y'all. I love this one. My first run was a success. I wore my compression socks for the first time for a 10K. Not sure if it was the socks or just the training, but I knocked out 4 minutes from the previous year. I still am getting used to wearing them, but I love them and the design. Oh, I love that. And then this young lady, she did the Peachtree Road Race here in Atlanta. She said, it saved my legs. I recently completed the Peachtree Road Race wearing these amazing socks. They kept me from swelling and really gave me the support I needed. They also looked amazing. Oh, I absolutely, I absolutely love what I do. And I love that I get to share it with the world and I get to share it with you. So if you are someone who is feeling like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to make it in 2024. If you are someone you are feeling overwhelmed, you are feeling depressed, first I would say get the help that you needed. As a believer, I wasn't raised in getting therapy. I do now. I do now because God gives the wisdom to the therapist. So I have a therapist. I take time to rest. I take time to regroup. And when you spend time with God, he will give you clarity as well. So through all of the hardships that I went through from 2019, 2020, 2021, and then being able to start this company in 2022, you guys, I am a witness. I am a witness that things will work out in your favor. And it will work out so much so that God will bless you and he'll bless thousands of other people because of your obedience. So I will end this like I do a lot of my podcasts that I have on this channel. If you are not a subscriber, I suggest that you subscribe, find out the funnies, listen to other runner stories. And I'm just so thrilled to be able to be in this community with you guys. But like I always say, be bright, shine bright out here in these fitness streets, y'all, because we got to stay alive. All righty, you guys, have an amazing day.